Sweet.
All right. So thank you for coming on, Sam. You will be my first podcast host. So yeah, I'm stoked. We're gonna talk about a little bit at least walking along the path of life and how do you do it. So yeah, why'd you decide to move to Montana?
Yeah, hi, my name's Sam. I moved to Bozeman about 2.5 years ago now. I'm originally from Flagstaff, Arizona, which is a small little town in northern Arizona. Not a lot of people know that you can ski there, but you can. I was fully committed to U of U and came and visited a buddy. He was the only kid from Flag that had actually moved up here, and so came in and checked him out, and dude, it was pretty sick, and immediately dropped my commitment and went to Montana State. Signed on as a student here and haven't had a second thought about it.
Yeah, so I know that skiing's a pretty large part of your life. And I was stalking
Yeah.
your Instagram, trying to get a little background knowledge on you, and I saw that you did some ski competitions and still do competitions, right?
No, I completely left the competition scene. I mean, forcefully at COVID, and then just kind of never went back.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, just never went back to it. But
Yeah, what made you here, I'm gonna put an earbud in so that I can hear you better. Let's see here.
yeah, do it.
All right. How can you
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, sweet. This is way better. Okay. Yeah, so what inspired you to start doing competitions when you were doing them?
What
Can you
inspired me to do them? Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I don't know. It was just the classic park skier based out of Arizona. They started USASA, so that kind of got me into it, and it was just kind of like the most exciting thing we had at our mountain going on at the time. Um, Relatively mom and pop when I was growing up. That changed as I got older, but that was the most exciting thing was the comps coming up, and so there wasn't a lot of people, so like pretty much an automatic invite to go to Copper. So you got to go train at Copper, which was pretty sweet. Never did really well there. Just kind of kept crashing and breaking skis. There was one year I broke, I think, 3 pairs of skis. So that was definitely one of those things that made me be like, ah, yeah, I'd not cut out for that and kept getting in my head. And so, yeah, decided to move forward.
Yeah, dude, that mental game can be kind of a tough spot to be in at times. Yeah. Wait. All right, I'm turning my Bluetooth off. Can you hear me all right now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
You're cutting out a little bit. I think your Bluetooth was throwing you for a loop.
Yeah, I think so too. I may have to This is like you're in for the beta trial, bro. This is not this
The
is not
trial
my
and error.
podcast. This is so trial and error right now, but we're gonna take it one step at a time. Yeah, dude, that was
Absolutely.
yeah, I completely like maybe not relate to that as hard as you, but like in at Legacy Bike Park this last summer, we were doing that whip off, and I
Lift
totally
off,
just
whip
like
off.
I was just like trying to throw some hard whips on my bike and fell right on my face and just got the fattest concussion. And
Dude, it's just yeah, every time I got into a competition scene, likewise for you there, it's just you forget how to do the stuff that you could do. And so it's just one of those things where it's just yeah, the mental headspace and just people looking at you and then you get in your head all weird. And
mhm.
wasn't for me ultimately. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I enjoy more the filming aspect, so that's been awesome. But
dude, yeah, filming's so fun. I feel like it's a little bit nicer being like maybe I just feel a little more comfortable when filming is happening.
Absolutely, yeah. You can just be yourself, which is a huge aspect of what we do, both in the mountain biking and skiing scene, which we both take part in. Um, it's huge. That's the biggest thing in those sports is being able to express yourself one way or another in the sport you love doing. I will say my expressions between biking and skiing are a little bit different. I tend to, get in the mindset, and biking, you have that flow kind of dancey kind of feeling, and then skiing, you're on the mountain and you're in backcountry, you're like, oh yeah, flow dance. But then you go into the park and you're like, fuck, gangster, let's go. But yeah, so I know it was like a weird direction, but yeah, just the freedom to express yourself and the emotions are huge, and you don't necessarily have that in the competition scene. Um, so kind of lost touch with the love for it in that sense,
Mhm.
but still definitely love the sports we do, and they're huge
Yeah,
in keeping me sane at the same time.
I kind of I kind of know what you're talking about with I definitely know what you're talking about with being in the backcountry, being that my backcountry traveling experience is far greater than my park experience. But how could you
Yeah,
elaborate on that a little bit more with like being in the backcountry, how it's like more flow dance, and then like park is just like gangster. Like I don't ride park. Like how does that like what goes through your
I
mind?
think it's just more of like I think it's more of just the stereotypes that have been set on each one of them. With backcountry, you have the deep pow, you have the beautiful big lines, you have the beautiful big wind lip that you can kind of flow and slow down for. With park, a lot of the times it's go, 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 and just being like, okay, I need to stop, I need to land. Um, so your music choice, and even in any film edit, you'll see that difference where it's like even the song choices are you have more of the fast stuff, and you're talking park, but then you have more like the reggae, the flowy kind of techno stuff going on when you do the backcountry kind of sort.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
guess
know what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, where it's like gangster rap is like Mac 10 drops like the meanest bar, and then you do a cool trick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like you're in your baggy fit, and it's definitely like, I think some people are different. For me, that's how I land the stuff I want to land. Is I'm listening to, recently it's been a lot of what's his name? Um, hold up, give me one second. Madlib, I think is his name. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm done
Oh,
one of these,
dude,
but
you're
yeah,
all good.
Madlib and Freddie Gibbs.
Dude, if someone tried to sue me, they would have no money to take.
Yeah, I
So
think that goes for both of us. We're shit out of luck.
Mad
But
Lib.
yeah, just that kind of Freddie Gibbs, dude. The Pinata album goes crazy. Uh, Deluxe album with like 92 songs or something like that. It's incredible. A lot of more like the instrumental versions and remixes, but it's solid album.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome. I
Little
wrote those
music
artists
drop
down.
for you.
Dude, yeah, thank you. I
Okay,
need new
good. Yeah,
songs.
you'll have to go give them a listen.
Yeah.
Dude, put them on at the dirt jumps once you find out, obviously, in a week.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely will. I've been getting into like a lot of you ever listen to Psytrance?
No,
Dude,
can't say I have.
it's like the hardest electronic music. If you're ever like studying, it's dude, it goes
Yeah.
it's gnarly.
You're listening to EDM while you study?
Oh yeah, dude, I've been listening to a lot of EDM.
That's heinous, dude.
Yeah, well, ever
That's
since
so heinous.
I started hanging out with Matt and building with Matt, he loves
Yeah.
Psytrance.
Okay, I can see that. Have you given him light to what what were we listening to when we were on the way up to Little Bear? It was like rap slash heavy metal. Have you put him
Oh,
onto that yet or
Tritle?
what?
Dude,
Yeah.
I, I actually haven't yet. I don't.
Put him on. I think you'd go
Yeah,
for it.
mhm. yeah, I it's like kind of interesting. He listens to music. He's like very like lyric dependent.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like it's just like something totally interesting because like I'll listen to Puya and it's like just disrespectful, depressing, and then mean, and then like something cool, and like I don't know, maybe it comes with age and maturity, but like
Yeah.
he's like he loves like music that preaches like love and like good vibes,
That's dope.
which
So that's definitely the vibe you get in the backcountry with me with all your buddies. So
dude, yeah, no, but
tying
that
it back all in, side trance seems like a backcountry
dude, yeah,
style.
I'll have to send you a playlist. It goes pretty hard, especially when you're
Yeah,
working.
dude, do it. I'd love to listen.
Dude, yeah,
I'd love to listen.
yeah. Anyways, little shift in the conversation. So, as
Yeah,
like,
we got heavy sidetracked there.
yeah, no worries, man. That's what it's all about. As like a skier or like a mountain biker, there's always the dream where it's like, man, this is so fun. I just want to get paid to do it, so I don't have to have a real job. Like, is that how
Oh
you
yeah.
feel?
I
Sometimes,
mean,
at least.
it's anyone's dream and it was growing up, but as you get older, you kind of come to realistic aspect that it might not. So you find ways that you can still be connected um to that. So for me personally, I work at a ski shop here in Bozeman in the winters, and then this past summer you and me worked together for Terflow, which tied us right back into the mountain bike community. And I think, it's never too late to chase your goals, and I'm gonna keep pushing myself and gonna is the main thing. You gotta learn once you stop yourself want to get better, then just chill in that zone and wait for it to pick back up. And once you have that drive, pick it right back up.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Sam, I'm gonna be real honest. My
Am I
connection
cutting up
is
hella?
whack.
Oh fuck.
Dude, that's all right. I'm just gonna like repeat what I think you said, which is basically like,
We could also just try and do it, when we both have better internet too, if you want to set aside another time as well.
no, it's all good. I think let's keep this one going just to because I'm enjoying talking to you, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, it is super nice to catch up. Basically, what you're saying is like it might not always work out how you think it works out, how you think it should work out, maybe.
More in the sense that, you know, do it for yourself, and then as long as you're pushing yourself and you're happy with pushing yourself and getting better at the stuff you're doing, then keep at it. It should never be for the money or anything like that. I think that's a huge kind of realism that a lot of people need to realize. That's what our sport's all about, is doing it for yourself and having that joy. So push yourself, and as long as pushing yourself is bringing you joy, then you're in it for the right reason. Um, and the second you don't, you might not reach that goal of, having a paid job, but
Yeah,
what can you do?
yeah,
As long
because
as you're stoked that you can do both way cork steps, then you're doing it for the right reason. If it makes you happy to do both ways, all you get after it. If you
yeah,
don't want that, that's all right.
yeah, that's super valid because if you're if you're skiing just or mountain biking just for the money, then you might as well just go get a job that pays you well.
Exactly. Yeah, and you got to find that job, and it is possible to find jobs that reconnect you back to the sport in a cool, unique way.
Oh,
It doesn't
100%.
always have to be, oh, I'm pro. And
Mhm.
I mean, I think that's every kid's dream, and they should keep that dream and try to achieve that dream. But, just be ready when money's getting tight. You might have to go pick up a job.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. No, that's so real. Um when it comes to making the decision to like because arguably you're getting nice at skiing in like middle school and high school, right?
Yeah, I'd say I was getting better. Those are like my strong points of progression.
And then you like after you get out of high school, this is a big decision point, a big turning point for young people is making the decision to what to do after high school. Like what what went through your mind when you graduated high school or as you were preparing to shift from high school into whatever you wanted to shift to?
Oh, after high school. Well, immediately after high school, I worked. But making that decision to come up here, I was kind of lost. It was college was something my parents did, and kind of felt, definitely like a little bit of pressure. I don't like it wasn't like a mean pressure, like they like you have to do this or anything like that. Just kind of that internal feeling of like, oh, I should do this. So I moved up here, and definitely that same source of pressure to go into the med field. And then quickly learned, a year in, of course, like wasted a year, but found out, the med thing isn't for me. Not necessarily that like I was doing bad, but, like finished with a great GPA and was on track, and just decided that I was getting depressed, wasn't super interested. So I switched to film, and I think finding that major and like switching to that and following that has been huge because it's something I actually enjoyed doing. So it brought back, school was actually enjoyable. Um, with that being said, I'm still lost after college with that degree. One thought process is heli school, so that might be in the future, which I'm really stoked for. So yeah. After the heli day with Terraflow, I got real hooked. So I think I might be chasing that, ideally in about a year and a half.
Yeah. For those listeners that don't know, the heli day with TerraFlow was that, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was in Utah not working. The
Yeah,
this
you missed out,
helicopter
dude.
this helicopter flew in these big stringers, which are like, what were they, like 6x6s?
Dude, way bigger.
Way bigger. Basically huge
They
beams
were
in the
36
middle of the
feet,
woods.
36. Yeah, it was 36 foot long. I want to say a foot and a half tall, like 36 feet this way, foot and a half this way, and then about, I'd say, a foot wide. So there's some hefty boys for sure. Me and Pete were struggling to lift one to get it positioned and painted, but we'll leave that in the past. We won't discuss that.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. How do you is that like how much have you thought about heli school?
Dude, quite a bit. I actually got talking to that pilot a little bit, just super briefly on where he went. He actually went in Gallatin, at Gallatin Aviation, and so, yeah, dude. I since that day, it's kind of been sitting in the back of my mind. And about a month and a half ago, kind of started really contemplating it, and I got the 2020 vision and super interested, and yeah, I get hyper fixated on stuff, and so I don't know. I was just like, screw it. I'm gonna get my film degree. I'm gonna get my heli license. I'm gonna try and figure out a way to kind of do both in my later life. It's kind of a weird combination, but you can have side gigs. So I can always use film as a side gig. But yeah, that's something I'm super interested in, super stoked for. So
Dude, I'm really happy to hear that. That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's so
yeah,
neat.
it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I know that Preston really likes I think he likes flying. But
He's
Preston has his
he's
pilot's license.
yeah. Yep, he's doing fixed wing. So
Yeah,
it's a completely different path, and you have to decide which one to do. But for me personally, I'd rather, do technical condensed flying rather than far flying, and definitely Preston. Like I talked to him a lot about it, about the school and stuff, and he, yeah, just kind of, gave me some pointers and was like, dude, just do it. Like if you're interested, do it. If you can afford it, do it. So I'm gonna do it.
nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of circling back to going to college. I was just like sometimes I'll have a thought and I'll like kind of journal it down and then just see where it takes me. And I was,
Hmm.
because like I'm in the same boat. Like my parents both went to college and they have the means to help support me through college. So, or I can't, maybe not the same exact boat, but it's just like personally, like they wanted me to go and they were willing to help support me personally. And through that, I was like, oh, I like would feel, I feel bad if I'm not going to college because that would be like, I don't know, it like, it felt, it just, I just felt bad not doing it, you know? Or,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
and, but like, regardless of how, like, how parents want kids to do things, you know, obviously parents want the best for their children, um, hopefully. And regardless of that, it like, it kind of got me thinking like we hop on this path to school and it goes middle school to high school to college, right? And like high school is, after high school it's like the first time we're legally not obligated to keep going to school.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's
And
all kind of just like a pressure thing.
yeah, and it's, I can't speak for other people, but it felt like, kind of looking back on it, and I don't regret the decision. First of all, like I'm happy where I am, I think. But it's like definitely like a, it was comfortable. The idea was comfortable for me to go to more school because school is known to me.
Yeah, damn, comfortable is a great word for that.
Yeah,
Um,
anyways, I was just kind of like kicking myself.
no, dude, no, you nailed it. Like, it is something that it's the higher education has become kind of mandatory, and it doesn't need to be. And I don't regret doing it, but it's not the only option.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's, yeah, it's amazing what it's like. It's like if we were swimming in a river and we're like basically just like we're on like the school current, and like someone could be like four rivers over on a completely different current and we don't even know about it because we've only been in the school current. And it kind of just like, there's that little voice in my head that's like, oh, I wonder if I wasn't on this current and like kind of just like walked around a little bit more, what I'd find.
Yeah, dude, it's that feeling of being lost, or like going out of that lost in the sense of comfort, I think is the best way to describe school. And, it's sometimes school is perfect for people and sometimes it's not. And trying to figure that out for yourself is definitely a big task, but it's okay to be confused as shit about it. Like I
Yeah,
was confused up until now. Now I kind of feel like, I got some closure on what I want to do and now I can chase that. So, it takes time.
yeah.
We're
I
only in our
think,
20s. So,
yeah, it offers a good sense of security to me. And like speaking about kind of like merging school and extreme sports, it it kind of like making the decision to get back after an injury, um is like for me making that decision is like, oh well, do I have like, it's sort of like, am I in a space where I have something to fall back on if I get injured. And like I know just like people like us get hurt, and I was wondering like what your what maybe philosophy or like process is on injury, and you know what that means to you. It's a very broad question.
yeah, it is a broad question. And I mean, what we do, you're gonna get injured. It's inevitable. Now, the consequences, like the outcomes of an injury, vary from sizes and lengthy recovering depending on who it is. But definitely this past, year and a half has been rough with injury for me. Blew out a knee and then the same ankle twice. And then 3 weeks ago did the other ankle. So we've been on a little up and down voyage, and it's definitely been hard for the past like week, not really being able to ski. Not, I mean, I got to enjoy most of bike season, which I'm very grateful for. But definitely missed out on like the last like closing weekends, which is definitely heartbreaking. But I mean, yeah, I think the only way to come back, and I haven't really thought about it in the sense of having something to fall back on because A, school, like you were saying, was always there, and then B, work. I mean, was just a huge part. And then you have, family, friends that care for you and are willing to come hang out when you're crippled, and that's huge. But I think the thing that, always kept coming back is what we do is the best drug you can take in the sense that it's addicting. It's what releases dopamine in our weirdly wired brains. And, it's always going to keep dragging us back, no matter how hard the heavy hitter is. You'll see people go out for a year and a half because of a back injury, and then they're back skiing or skiing or biking or whatever they love to do because it's what brings joy to their life. It's hard to give up on something that makes you happy.
Damn.
So that's what brings me back.
Yo, hey, we do have 10 minutes left. Just to like
Yeah.
leave you
Yeah,
aware.
all
Like
good.
I would, gosh, I wish I could talk to you for longer. I really need to devise a plan to like figure out what the best method of recording internet video talks is because
Yeah.
yeah, I
We can always,
love
I
to
mean,
do longer.
I'm free most evenings. If you ever want to have a discussion and go longer, we can make sure you put on the same fits, make it flow a
Dude,
little bit better.
oh, that would be so cool. I would love that.
We can do it. Yeah,
Bro, I
let's do
really
it,
want to
dude.
wear the
Screw it.
spacesuit. I want to wear the spacesuit one of these times.
Do it. Why haven't you? You've featured it in almost every podcast.
Yeah, actually, what am I even doing, bro?
Come on now. Angle your camera, dude. Be better. Do better.
Bro, all the time. That's all I think about. I'm just kidding. It's not. Anyways, yeah, dude. Gosh, the back injury is the gnarliest most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh
For sure. I've done ribs, and luckily I haven't done back. My back has been safe. Definitely some heads injuries that I wish I could take back, but you can't. You learn from your mistakes, and to keep your head off the ground now. But that's all
yeah,
you
me
can
too. Yeah,
do.
gosh, oh no, it's yeah, injuries are a wild thing, but I think you said that. Gosh, you said that really well. That it's just that thing that makes you keep on coming back for more, and that's
Yeah,
why you do
it's
it for love instead of money. Because I wouldn't hurt myself for money.
hell no, dude. What?
Hurting
Hell
myself,
no.
hurting myself for love, dog. I'll do that all the time,
It takes a smile out of hurting yourself, man. It takes a smile out of hurting yourself. Because most of those times when you take that fall, you're smiling right before it happens. You
dude.
might feel like an idiot for the 2, 3 seconds right before it happens, but prior to that, you're smiling.
Yeah, gosh, that is that's so huge. Yeah, hey, what's with so like we obviously met trail building, and I personally like go completely insane when I'm behind a desk for too long. And like, what was that decision like for you? I honestly don't even know if you were a trail builder before TerraFlow. So like, was that have you worked manual labor jobs before TerraFlow?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did construction a little bit every once in a while. I did do like some local trail crew stuff. It wasn't paid. It was like all volunteer to build local dirt jumps. And then obviously, doing the like super legal building that we do, you know, every once in a while with our
Oh,
buddies in the forest.
bro.
But you know, it was
Yeah,
just kind of one of those things, and summer's the time to get outside. And I was like, I need a job that I'm going to be outside, and was looking at first. I was like, construction's the way to go, and then got talking to Finn. He's like, yeah, there's this cool trail building company. I was like, what? You get paid to build trails out here? This is sick, dude. So I was like, sign me up. Had a quick conversation with Pete. He's like, dude, done. You're hired. And I was like, oh my God, it's incredible. So yeah, just great experience all around. Just being able to be outside and work towards a goal that you know that people are going to enjoy and having that sense.
yeah. I think, yeah. It like it made having that job because like I'd never worked a trail building job before that, and like I didn't know you could have that much fun working. Like I didn't know you were allowed to have that much fun. Like I feel like we just had so much fun, and
Dude, we got shit done, but we also,
yeah,
you know, we got up to some
yeah, we had fun
tomfoolery at
getting
times.
shit done. Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
yeah, it was
stellar.
yeah, there was just like a lot of joy that was brought into my life because of that, and I was, gosh, I don't know if I ever want to go back to like normal job.
Dude, it's hard, huh? It's really hard. Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, I know. I love ski shop working, and I'm definitely gonna do it all winter. It's a great time, but I did have a lot of park crew, like train park crew building actually. Shout out Sunset Train Parks.
Nice.
Yeah, that was uh, that was huge for sure, and it definitely I kind of just want to go do that as well. But you know, you only have so much time in a year, and the convenience part definitely plays into it, and not having to drive up to Big Sky and having people I enjoy work with here. So we'll stick with the shop for now, but
Yeah,
it's a good time.
that's valid. Hey, I'm in the
Drilling
same
holes of
boat.
skis.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, drilling holes in skis is fun.
yeah, but hey, it is looking like the time is almost up. So if there's any like
Yeah,
last
let's wrap her on
words
up.
that you want to say, now would be your time.
Yeah, dude. You know, the main one is just with recent events. It's, you know, love your friends, man. Reach out. It's huge. Um, you know, we're all lost and we're all confused, especially at 20 years old, and we're all going through our separate shit. So just make sure, you know, check in on those buddies, make sure they're doing okay. It goes a long ways. So that was pretty much it.
Great. Yeah, that was I had something similar. Just like I love that you said that. That's everywhere. I feel like I personally I need a reminder of that almost daily. And yeah, just I thank you for coming on the show, Sam. First guest. It means like the world to me that you're willing to make it
Absolutely.
out with me. And yeah, just I hope that yeah, you and
Yeah,
everyone
dude.
else in Bozeman have whole lot of peace and love vibes. And
Thank you.
I'm sending
Yeah, there's
sending
lots of
so many vibes that are good your way.
my crippled ass is sending you love as well.
Great. Awesome, man. Well, I'm gonna stop the recording now, and we don't have to hang up yet. There's a couple more things I want to talk to you about. But stopping
Yeah.
the recording in the woods pod out.